Mike here, and continuing our coverage of Free Comic Book Day 2013, we find ourselves here at the new Main Street Comic Books. You might recognize the gentleman to my left, the amazing Bill Gladmen.
Amazing, awesome.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
How's Free Comic Book Day treating you?
Free Comic Day treated me really well. It was a great crowd today. Had the pleasure of sitting next to Dustin Carson and received a lot of interest in all our books. And it always is a good event here at the store. But, as you mentioned, this is a new location. Mm-hmm. So Scott technically opened a week ago.
Ooh, a new store.
And as you guys look around and see everything that he's done in just the span of 3 weeks of moving here, everything is amazing. So it's, we had a double celebration. Free comic books, new location, actually Star Wars Day. So three reasons to be, really.
Oh, yeah, it's the trifecta of nerddom today.
Yes. And as you know, I'm planning to go see Iron Man 3 soon. So that's a very good day.
We're going to be cutting this short because, given the choice between talking to me, we're going to go see Iron Man 3. I would stop talking to me in like a heartbeat, But
look, the Joker's here.
Yeah, we got. Hi.
Oh, wow, look at this. See, never know what's going to come to the door of Springfield. Main Street Comics again. Awesome.
But no, it's fantastic because we'd like to assure everybody, we've been covering a lot of ground today, more ground today than we've ever covered for Free Comic Book Day, and we'd just like to assure everybody because we've talked to people. The place, the new, like you said a year earlier, the new location.
Right.
From what we've talked to a few people, packed, jam-packed. That's fantastic. Anytime you get to hear about a comic book store, especially one that we know so well, especially in a new location, being that packed, that's always good news.
Always good news. And every time a business moves, I'm sure the business owners get a little concerned.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to say that I think Scott's managed to get through that stuff with no problem. So I like to feel the store a lot more. It has more of a ambiance that cultures to the comic book and the gaming type personality. So it's really, really cool.
It feels like a comic book.
Yes.
It has that feel. Nothing against the old store. It just felt. It was a big building where you threw some stuff in, but this has, like you said, the ambiance.
Yes.
You walk in this place and I'm like, yeah, I'm home.
Well, you guys are comic book shop road warriors. You've seen a lot of comic book shops. Mm-hmm. And the two that stand out the most to me right now, as far as ambiance and stuff, is Superfly and Pack Rat.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this store does a lot to be able to feel like those type of stores, which is, as a retailer, I'm sure that you want your customers to feel a certain way when you come into the store so they spend more money.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be something that Scott experiences here in a positive way. So.
Yeah, because when you walk into a place, when you're comfortable with it, you're going to walk around and take your time. But when you walk into a place, it's kind of, all right, I'm good.
Yep. I agree.
So something else, big news we wanted to talk about with you is this is kind of your farewell tour for the comic book industry.
Yes, that's true. I announced earlier this week that this is my last appearance as a member of Twilight Star Studios.
Yep.
This is where Twilight Star Studios started. Gary Church and I met at Main Street Comics and Games, so it's really good to tie up my last official appearance for the studio here.
Yeah.
Gary came by earlier today. Him and I had a great conversation. Gary Church is a top-notch guy, and the miss a thing. I'm going to really miss working with Gary as often as I've done in the last 4 years, but taking some time off, pursuing some other creative projects, some recording projects, and a couple of novels. So
fantastic.
So I love comics, man. Comics is a huge part of my life, but it's not my life. There's other aspects I want to. Yeah. So I'm sure I'll do more comics at some point, in some way.
Right.
But I don't know exactly when.
Mm-hmm.
As we speak, there are still some very talented comic book artists drawing some stories I've written a while back. Mm-hmm. People like Brian Latimer, James Hill, Steve Richardson. They're all working on stuff right now that I've already have scripts completed, and I'll do some more before June 1st. Mm-hmm. And so those books will be popping up, and they may be more down the road. But right now, this is a good way to say goodbye for now. So it's a great day to do that.
It's a good passing of the torch. New building, new beginnings for both you and for them.
Yes, I agree. And like I said, it's a little bittersweet. It was hard. It was hard talking to Gary and Frank a little bit. We all got a little I don't know, sentimental to say the least. So.
Well, yeah, I've met all of you guys before, and to hang out with you for more than 10 minutes, this isn't just a group of people who happen to get together every once in a while to do a few pages here and there. It was, it had a real family, community feel to it. And
oh yeah, and family is very important with that particular studio, because you have the Church brothers as two of the founding members, and then Rachel and I, father and daughter, working together in the same studio. So, but as far as big news go, there's another thing going on as well. Is Rachel got a job as a writer. She is going to be a copywriter for a website and magazine in Columbus. She'll be leaving to fly to Seattle very, very soon to get her on-the-job training. So
fantastic.
So she's finally crossed that bridge and made it a profession. So I'm very proud of her. So that'll affect the studio a little bit too, I think. And then I think they're going to be strong and they'll continue. There's no doubt. As long as there's a Gary Church, there will be a Twilight Star Studios. There's no doubt of that. So.
And I'm sure you will still get the occasional phone call or the text.
Yes, I'm sure.
Bill, what would you, how would you do this? So.
That's perfectly respectable. So anything I can do to help those guys, not a problem at all. So.
Because you'll be doing the Al Pacino thing pretty soon. It's like, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. So.
Yes.
But don't worry, like I said, we've been friends with Bill for a long time. Richard far more longer than I have. So this isn't just a person that, we happen to run into at a con, and say hi to, get on camera every once in a while. This is the person we talk to. So we're going to let you guys know, about all the fantastic things we hear about coming from you here pretty soon. And
no, fantastic. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank
Always
you,
a
Mike.
pleasure.
Thank you, Richard.
Oh, and just so you know, this isn't a camera trick. The building's not level. Horrible seating. I had the seats like this, so. Bill, the new Main Street Comic Books is completely level. Because people know that I'm way shorter than he is.
Because if we're on roller chairs, if it was on level, we'd be going backwards all the time. We're not doing that.
And we do that, but we don't have the 3D capability yet. So, speaking of 3D capability, you got Iron Man coming up.
Iron Man 3.
And we've got more free comic book day coverage to get a hold of. So,
are you doing more shops?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
See, yes. So, Road
Listen
Warriors.
to him, camera. Yes. There's
The Road Warriors continue.
I dressed for it too. Nice and cool.
Yes.
Not cool.
That's very cool. Well, thanks again, Michael.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Richard.